Hi, thank you for checking out my channel and the Persona Rerun project. If you are enjoying it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with any friends who might be interested in Persona. I am also live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MacTheVoid, as well as have a coffee. Otherwise, we'll get right into it. Thanks.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
I am calling to inform you that more humans have wandered into Tartarus. 2 this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue. Goodbye now.
Oh, good morning.
Well then.
Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't have the voice for it. I'm off Lemmy. It's chilly today. Natai Gibora Le Olam Adonai. Miss Oishi left early today, so I'll be filling in for her. I think today we'll be learning about near-death experiences. There's no real reason for it. They've just been on my mind lately. Now, a near-death experience is defined as something an individual undergoes just before death. Is it true insight into the afterlife or simply a trick of the brain? Opinions vary, but it is certainly true that near-death experiences may have been a hotly debated topic for some time. There are actually a few surviving records of ancient near-death experiences. According to the writings of Plato, a resuscitated soldier experienced the afterlife as a spirit. A similar incident was reported in Japan by ethnologist Kuno Yanagita at the Tono Monogatari. Psychologist Carl Jung wrote that in his own near-death experience, he saw a vision of the world from afar. I'm sure you've heard your own stories, whether by famous or ordinary individuals. I have a few first-hand reports with me today. Let me read you some of them. I felt as if my soul was detached from my body. I met a friend who had already passed away. I saw my life flashing before my eyes. I saw the most brilliant light. I was bathed in pure light. My body was brimming with happiness. This feeling of pure joy is also known as euphoria. At any rate, these kinds of reports are typical for the experience. Some people have actually attempted to make direct recordings of near-death experiences. Researcher Kenneth Ring has tried to quantify near-death experiences with the weighted core experience index. Modern effects have led to a new theory of near-death experiences, which goes like this. If an individual is dying yet denies that fact, they'll eventually come to realize that death is a reality they must accept and become upset. As a result, they try to do everything they can to extend their life, but the futility of this leads to depression, and then they accept their fate. Although we may initially deny death, we'll accept it in the end. That's just how we humans are. To everyone listening, it's not every day you hear a lesson like this. How about a test to see if you're paying attention? Get it wrong and your memories of life at school will disappear. Atai Gibra li Olam Adonai. Who should I pick? I choose the void. What do we call the feeling of joy that comes from a near-death experience? Euphoria. Euphoria. I mean, that's not the only use of the term euphoria, but 2 of my favorite tracks, potentially of all time, are called Euphoria. One by Health and one by Kendrick Lamar. Because I hate Drake and have since 2013. But also because I like Kendrick, and also because it's a good song. I digress. Health also has a song named Euphoria that's really good and people should check it out. Good work, that is correct. You'll have a happy school life. Some people say a near-death experience awakens one's higher consciousness. Whether or not that's true, there's an observably lower fear of death found in those who have endured one. Well, so like part of it is that like, as you're dying, like, what is it called? DMT like floods the brain. And like it's the same thing that like when you like pass out, it's the same reason that like breath play and choking and like stuff like that gets mixed into like sexual stuff so often, as well as the fact that like, you know, there's like the autoerotic asphyxiation and stuff, is because like as that happens, your brain if your body realizes it's dying, it'll like flood the brain with chemicals of that creates this euphoria, right? And so that's where a lot of that potentially comes from, you know. Perhaps this is because near-death experiences are surprisingly free of pain and suffering. But this is not to say I want any of you to seek one out. Use the time you have here wisely, okay? That's all for today. Class is dismissed. Yeah, like it's not healthy, and there's like drugs that can simulate it. Just take drugs instead. Don't do that either. Unless, but no. Just be careful out there, guys. Whatever you choose to do, play safe. Oh my god. Okay. Everyone in class is looking at me with respect. Oh my god. I haven't even taken a drug in my life. That doesn't mean there's not a few I wouldn't want to try if I ever went like abroad where some of that stuff was legal. But it's as if there's no end to this cold weather. Take care of yourself to not get sick. How does your schedule look? Can you come to me somewhere today? Still can't get used to using emojis.
Oh.
Ah, Void. I saw your exam results. Good work. It's admirable how you continue to excel. Thank you. It's not master incense. That's really good for someone who didn't do that well. All right, let me see. That would only increase my endurance and luck if I chose that on Pixies. I guess it'd finish up the agility. I guess the next person I'd put it on is Igus, because Igus is my next favorite. Do I do that? No. I think I hold on to it until I decide what to do with it.
Hello.
Good work. I think we can afford to relax a little bit now. Void, do you have any plans today? If not, then maybe.
I see.
Ah, that's good to hear. You've shown me so many new things. I'd like to return the favor this time. With that said, let's head back to the dorm first. That does seem to be the pattern.
Tire pressure look good. And I've already changed the oil, so that's fine.
Looks like fun.
Indeed. Maintaining and customizing a motorcycle is almost as enjoyable as riding it. Though if I start tinkering with the suspension and whatnot, there'd be no end to it. There have been days I've lost track of time doing this and had to run into meetings covered in oil. It seems I'm the type of person who can fall very deep into things. I'll have to be more careful. Oh, by the way, the matter involving my ex-fiancé was resolved sooner than I expected. They ended up reaching out to us about a potential business arrangement. Without any of the marriage talks, of course. We managed to negotiate some favorable terms, so that should put the company back on track.
So they
I could have
needed you
decided
guys
to burn
anyways.
that bridge, but I'd prefer not to shut down a genuine attempt to compromise. It may be thanks to you.
They just thought they could bully you because you're a child.
All right, before we head out, I had a small gift for you, since you've done so much for me.
Motorcycle key?
It's the key to my motorcycle. I'm not
Do you have a
going
spare?
to run from my future anymore. Rather, there's no longer any need to. This motorcycle isn't meant to be an escape from my feelings. It's a dear friend that gives me the freedom to go wherever I please. Once I realized that, I felt that I absolutely had to show it to you. As our leader, I think it would be quite fitting if you had the skill to ride my dear friend here. When this is all over, let's take this motorcycle and go on a trip somewhere together.
I don't have a license.
I'm sure you won't have any trouble getting one. I can even coach you if you'd like. I'm fairly confident in my skills.
I'd actually,
Once we go
I know
on
how
that
dangerous they are, but I'd love to get an
imagine it'll be
electric
full of
motorcycle.
things I've still
Like
yet
that's
to
what
see.
I
You
would
are
want
the
as
one
my
who
next
taught me the
vehicle.
joy of new
But
discoveries.
they're also
I
pretty
can hardly
deadly.
wait.
Not for other people, but for people riding them. So like, and especially since like where I live, it does snow. So like, yeah, probably not. But if I live somewhere where it doesn't snow, I think I would consider it.
I am the inner. We now the oh.
Alilat. Okay.
All right, I think we've talked enough. Today, it's my turn to show you something new. Go ahead and sit on the back. Don't worry, it's just a short drive. I even prepared a helmet for you.
No, that's
The weather
fine, but
is
this is a
perfect
pretty
today.
tight motorcycle
The
because
view
you
from
have the
Moonlight Bridge is
box on
quite
back.
a sight to see, you know.
Or is that something you can take off?
Here goes. Hold on tight.
We rode around the city and then returned to the dorm. I do like riding shotgun on stuff like that. Like I remember riding shotgun on, like ATVs and stuff, like with my family, and like I think it's nice. I also had an ATV and had a license for an ATV and stuff like that. So like it's not just, you know, I also enjoyed riding, but there is something about being shotgun to stuff like that that's special, where you don't have to pay as much attention, you know? Sup, dude? Minding my biz, so mind your own biz. Plus 100 HP. Okay. What's the new one I got of this? Victory headband. Resist ailments. All right. Don't really care about that one as much. And I finished this with you, right?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Thought so, but I couldn't remember. All right. Oh, I actually think I have to end this recording here. So I'll figure out what to do next time. Anything doing today? God, who do I need to level up social links? Don't care. Don't care. Don't care, but probably need to. Yuko's ready. I think she's also ready. I think everybody is ready to level up. Maybe I should. I'm gonna think about Hayase tonight just to make sure. Okay. Well, what's everyone's thoughts? No choice but to go on. The answer was right in front of me the entire time. If I don't make it, then someone else will have to take over the company. Though I have every intention of returning.
By the way,
Apparently, more couples are out and about as it gets closer to Christmas Day. You're saying Christmas is someone special? No. Oh, I see. It's not too late for you to find someone. That feels kind of wrong, though. yeah. The holiday couples. It is always weird, huh? You're not doing anything. What about you? Same here.
Not bad.
Is that right? It's nice to just relax once in a while, huh? Well, make sure you spend the time wisely. Is it on the 22nd? Tomorrow. All right. Try to remember that it's tomorrow. Hey, Hayase. I'm gonna be thinking of you tonight. Done late. I should head back to my room. What happened to Shido? Has anyone seen him since the press conference? I had high hopes for him. It's unacceptable for Japan to be without a prime minister. I hope he steps back up to lead this country. Yes, honestly, there's no one more qualified than Shido.
Hey,
Is everyone out of their minds? How can they still trust Shido?
today's the last day of exams. Are things going well for you? I'm doing the same as usual. Well, no problems. I'm all right with it, but my sister hasn't come home these past few days. I think she has a lot on her plate with building a case against Shido. He has connections to powerful people. I'm sure they want him cleared to save their own skins.
That is worrisome.
Yeah, still, Shido confessed already. That is an indisputable fact. And it's my sister. She'll see it through, I'm sure. With that said, now isn't the time for us to slack off either. Do you remember what the exams will cover? I'll check on the train for you.
Let's get started.
Like it or not, everything ends today. Now you may begin. Hey, we didn't learn this in class. What country refers to a person who controls politics behind the scenes as a prime minister in black? That's Japan, right? I mean, that seems too easy, too straightforward. But I've heard that term in a lot of manga. Though I've heard it more in Korean stuff. Does that say anything?
Ooh, we
Okay.
can do this!
You didn't learn this one either. I did learn this though. What English word inspired dreadnought?
Ooh, we can do this!
Today's the last day of exams, huh? Well, it shouldn't be a problem for you. This has been so easy, I might start yawning. You did perfectly. I can't wait to see your score.
Well then.
Don't let down your guard till Shido's charged. Got it? And keep a low profile. Sorry, 1 second. Alright. I shall beat this slump. Futaba won't go up. Yusuke will? How much more do I have of Futaba? Right? I don't think I'm going to be able to finish you by the end here. Yeah. Even if I go and commit the resources to doing that, to finishing you out, I don't think I'm going to be able to, Futaba. Not that it'll matter. I'll have some extra time. So maybe I will go with Yusuke then. As part of the team. Though I'm curious about Shinya, and Shinya's gonna go up. So, what's Shinya at? I might just finish out Shinya. Assuming Shinya is at the level to be finished out. Okay, yeah, Shinya will be finished today. So I think I'd rather go finish out Shinya and use that on EY, who I think is close to being finished out himself, right? Is he on 8 or 9? He's on 8, okay. Come on. Want to play today? I feel something's missing if I'm not playing with you. I think it'll be good training for both of us. Yeah.
Hey!
There's a Gunabout Christmas event going on. I already finished mine, so I can help you with yours if you want. Are you free today, Witsan? You want to train? There's something else I want to talk to you about while we're at it. Yeah, sure, I'll study under him. Witsan, you've improved so much compared to when you first started. Okay, let's play.
Not like that.
It's okay, though. Just aim for the arm your enemy's holding his gun with. That's it. I've got nothing left to teach you. You're an elite player now.
Thanks to my teacher.
It's because you work so hard. I didn't really do that much. Actually, yeah, I did. Have you noticed that my playing style has changed? I feel calmer when I'm under pressure now. I wonder if it's because I'm not so obsessed with winning anymore. Hey, I invited some people here today. They should be arriving.
The only people who are going to be
now.
like the top are people who are
here
obsessed
they
with
are.
winning. They just have to be able to shut it off.
Talk to us about. I'm sorry. I finally realized that I was being selfish. Please forgive me. I'll understand if you guys don't, but I promise I'll pay back the money as soon as I save up enough.
Whoa, what do you want to do?
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for coming. Let's go.
Wait! I'm not very good at Gunabout. Will you teach me how to get better?
Huh? Then...
Sorry, kids. I don't mean to interrupt.
Hey, it's the pro gamer!
It's been a while, hasn't it, kid? You want to play a game? I haven't faced any worthy opponents lately.
I've gotten better since we last played, you know. Now I can stay calm during a battle. I'm gonna blast right through that pitch-black armor of yours.
So then, you believe the rumor that's being told about me, eh? Well, a full display of my skills should put an end to that lie. What the hell? I can't even shoot!
Take that! Don't aim for the body, and...
What is this game? Like,
This
what?
is BS!
Whoa, the champ can't even get off a shot.
Takikuma's about to lose! The king's going to win!
What is the game that they're
What?
playing?
I lost?
Stop using that armor and start playing fair and square. It's unacceptable to break the rules just to win, whether you're an adult or a child. And if you don't stop, I'll tell everyone.
No, I won't admit defeat. I just can't. It'll be the end of everything.
I mean,
No, it
just
won't.
become a variety.
Your life will go on even after you lose.
Either pivot to being a variety streamer
If you
where you're
don't
not
change
competitive.
now,
That'll
then it
be
might
fine.
really be
You'll
the
lose
end
some
for you.
audience members,
And
but
then
it
no one
is
will
what
be
it
able to
is.
help you. I don't want you to go through that.
Or you could just pivot to being an alt-right
Well said.
dipshit.
For a kid, I'm not going to enter the tournament. See ya.
That was totally insane, dude! You beat a professional gamer!
The king's the new champ!
No, I'm not. I haven't won the tournament yet. Besides, it's thanks to you guys that I was able to get stronger. Everyone's gone home. We should get going too. I'm so happy right now.
You made things right. That's an important lesson to drill home right now.
I think we'll get along fine from now on. I've always thought that winning was the coolest thing, but being nice is pretty cool too. Losing wasn't the end. It was just a new beginning. Through all the pain, and with your help, I was able to change. Now it's my turn to help others. My mom, my friends, even people I don't know. I wonder, will that help me become a member of the Phantom Thieves?
Ask them yourself.
That's why I'm asking you. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Well, this is the last time we'll play together. There's nothing left to teach you. And the Phantom Thieves seem to be having a rough time.
Yeah, because no
Thank
matter
you
what,
for
we
hanging
would have
out
been
with
in a
lonely
rough
kid
time
like
with him
myself.
after.
I'll continue to
By
do
th-
my
by this
best.
point.
Okay, put out your hand. Good luck.
I feel a strong bond with Shinya.
I am thou. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the tower.
That was a hard one for her to say. It felt like. Allows Joker's gun attacks to ignore resistances and hit the enemy, but only mine.
All right.
This is my ultimate move. You've gotten really good. But you'll still never be able to beat me. You won't lose to anyone
I wonder if that
else,
counts
though.
like the gun attacks
I'll be
that aren't
supporting you
from
no matter what.
what's it called? That aren't from the gun itself, that are like skills.
Later.
Hey,
Something should have happened by now. Congratulations on getting through exams, everyone. Congrats. It's finally over. I'm worried about the end result, though. You all did your best. I'm sure you'll be fine. You should have studied all your subjects, though, instead of trying to guess what's on the exam. There's no way I could do that. The cry of desperation. Exams aside, I heard back from my sister. There's been some progress. She'll be interrogating Shido soon. She also apologizes for the wait and promises she will manage to build a case against him. Yes! I can't wait to see what kind of news it makes. Why don't we take the opportunity and go out on the town tomorrow? Let's meet in Shibuya at noon. And forget about our exams. Yeah, screw exams. Got it. Well, oop, I didn't. Well, what? I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here for now. See ya. All right. Hi, I need you guys to leave. I wanted to read what the first part was. All right, Kawakami.
Hey! Yep.
Make sure you're close.
Hi!
All right, EY still won't level up. Neither will Chihaya. I'm gonna spend the money on EY first. Because that's where I've been putting the money.
What shall we do?
And if it still won't level up, then I will probably go to Oya.
Here we go. What do you think?
Thank you. All right, how do you feel now, UI? You good? Looks like you're good. Right? I think I have a persona for you. Nope. I thought I had a hanged man. I do not. So I will be right back. Friendo.
Yo.
I don't remember whether I did this already or not. So, time for you to do some work around the shop, Mr. Gun Enthusiast.
Hey.
Alright, no. Didn't do it. Be careful with this gun. If anyone's interested in buying it, let me know right away. This thing's an antique. I'm not gonna sell it to anyone less than a real gun expert. Oh, and about Suda. I already got excommunicated from the clan. Apparently his boss found out what happened. Serves him right, huh? Are you sure he's still alive? That's great news. Yep, exactly what I was hoping for. This whole thing's been real crazy though. Me and Suda used to be the role model for upholding the code. Guess this is what he meant when he said times are changing. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, it's you. If you want to talk about Suda.
Huh?
Wait, what? The hell are you doing?
Hey.
You motherfucker. Hey, hold on. Damn it. That bastard Masa has abducted Kaoru. Will Kaoru be okay? You damn well better be, or else Masa's a dead man. God, that piece of shit. He knew about Suda's failure the whole time. Maybe he's just waiting for a chance like this. We should hurry. Right. They're over at Seaside Park. I'll grab the keys and lock up.
Shit.
Come on, let's go.
Hey,
Let Kaoru go. Take it easy, Mune-san. All I did was give him a friendly ride home from cram school. Ain't that right, Kaoru-kun? Dad, I'm sorry. He said he had some stuff to tell me about you. Then he... Kaoru. And ain't he just a great kid? Cut the bullshit. And what are you, Mune-san's little errand boy? Hey, I remember you. You're that weirdo from the diner.
hey.
I said let Kaoru go. Fuck off, I heard you the first time. So, what are you gonna make me do? Great question. You know those modded guns you were gonna give Suda? Be real nice to get my hands on them. There's a lieutenant spot open now that Suda's gone. I still need to prove my worth before I can get it. You're gonna help me do just that. Sorry, Masa, but you got some real shitty timing. You just broke them all down. There's nothing left. Think that's gonna dissuade me? No, I know everything about Kaoru-kun's situation. What? My situation? Dad, what does he mean? Do you remember what I told you in the car, Kaoru-kun? About your dad? About what he thinks of you? Right. Just a burden, aren't I? That's it, isn't it? Tell me the truth. Tell me, Dad, I can handle the truth. That ain't true. I'm trying to protect you, Kaoru. Hey, this family bullshit is real touching and all, but we're supposed to be negotiating here. Remember? Why don't we start with the delivery date? The sooner the better in my book.
Shit.
God damn it. Oh, don't give me that shit. None of this would have happened if you didn't go and take that brat in. I knew it. Everything really is my fault. Kaoru. You need to trust your son. Back. Hey, what are you two chatting about over there?
Yo.
Kaoru, listen. There's something I've been keeping from you for a while now. You're probably not gonna like it. Truth is, your real parents didn't die in a car crash. You were abandoned by your mother when you were still a baby. That's why I took you in. Believe it or not, I was actually part of the Yakuza back then. Huh? Oh man, I can't believe you freaking told him, Mune-san. He's not lying, Kaoru-kun. From what I heard, your mom tried to sell you to us just so she could get her hands on some easy drug money. Sell me? Yep, and then Mune-san here wasn't buying, so she just dumped you and ran. That's how you ended up with a Yakuza dad. Pretty crazy, huh? Ah, that's a relief. Oops. I couldn't wait to see the look on your face when you found out. Man, this is hilarious. Who frickin' who? How sad. Enough. All that might be true, but it's in the past now. I'm not a child anymore, and I'm never gonna let a stupid secret like that get to me. Huh? So what if my mom dumped me? Or if my dad was part of the Yakuza? We might not be related, but we're connected by the gecko. You know what? I don't care what you had to say about us. I'm me, and Munehisa Iwai is my dad. Attaboy, Kaoru. Listen, Masa, let's put an end to this right here, right now. We can start fresh. You seriously still don't get it, do you? Kaoru-kun's... No, Masa, you're the one who doesn't get it. Really fucked up this time.
Oh?
Suda? Suda? I mean, sir? Don't give me that. I know you ratted me out to the boss. You never have been good at keeping your mouth shut. No, it wasn't me. Uh-huh. And what do you think you're doing waving that knife around, huh? I'm sorry. The kid's got guts, Mune. Like father, like son, huh?
Yo.
Looks like it. So what now? Well, I'll start by making this idiot repay his debts. I haven't thought about what comes after. All I really know is this is where we say goodbye, Mune. Take care, brother. Let's go. And straight up just pulls a gun on him. Are you okay, Karu? Yeah, I was a little afraid, but it's all better now. Huh. Honestly, I'm surprised you stayed calm through all that. Guess you're maturing quicker than I ever realized. He gets that maturity from you. No way. Karu's way more mature than I'll ever be. You know, I've been so busy making sure he doesn't end up like me that I forgot to see who he's actually becoming. Can't believe I only just realized this now.
Appreciate it.
Thanks to you, kid. I appreciate it. For real. It feels like my bond with EY has grown even deeper.
All right.
Hey, all that excitement made me super hungry. Why don't we go back to that diner? You seriously eat a whole another level. May even end up taller than me someday.
Let's go.
Come on, let's head over there. Let's go. The three of us enjoyed a peaceful dinner together. Yo, it's me. Sorry for that whole mess back there. I'm glad Kairo's safe and all, but man, he ended up with a hell of an appetite after that. Sure was something, connected by the gecko, huh? The kid must have grown into a man while I wasn't looking. Why not newts is very funny. Gecko bonds go beyond blood. Huh. What are you talking about? But I guess you might be right. A symbol of protection for the home and the family. I suppose the gecko actually did end up protecting my family. Sounds too perfect to be real. After going out to eat with you guys, I can barely move. Too stuffed. But somehow it's the best feeling in the whole damn world. Thanks, Mac. You did some great work. You got me saying all this sappy shit. Downright embarrassing. I gotta go get some air. Cool down a little. Alright. Later.
Hi!
Oh? No, that's not right. The Fandom Aficionado website isn't busy at all. This doesn't make any sense. Not interested. Come on, at least think about it. Masayoshi Shino got taken down. People should be posting comments left and right about this. The silence makes no sense at all. Is it because it hasn't made the news? It's so obvious the fan thieves are responsible, though. What happened to Shido? Has anyone seen him since the press conference?
Shucks.
I had high hopes for him. It's unacceptable for Japan, honestly.
Hey.
Everyone out of their minds? Yes.
How are you feeling?
Today's the last day of exams. How are things going well for you? I'm doing the same as well, no problems. Sister hasn't been coming home. He has connections with powerful people. Your sister has this.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so too. It's my sister. She'll see it through, I'm sure. That said, now's not the time for us to slack off either. Do you remember what the exams will cover? I'll check on the train for you. I fucked up. I fucked up the last question.
Let's get started.
God, I'm only acing one of these exams? That sucks. We didn't learn this in class. Oh, yeah, but I know for sure what the answer is. It's the same as Royal. Dreadnought.
Ooh, we can do this.
It is the last day of exams, huh? We've seen all these before. You've got this, all right?
Nice.
This is going good. Look forward to seeing your score. Not that good.
Well then.
All right.
Hey.
Gotcha. Hey, should you tell the others about what Mishima told you? Can we talk? Yuji can go up. Yusuke can go up. I've done Ryuji before, so we're gonna go hang out with Yusuke.
Hello.
Oh, Mac, the station is always full of people. It serves as a perfect spot for people watching. By the way, do you have any business here? I came to see you. You must have a wealth of free time if that's your decision. Remember Director Kawanabe of the Japanese Art Support Foundation, the man who offered his support to me at Madarame's house. I'd like your assistance with him. Do you have time to spare? Yes. What's your call? Will you hang out?
Thank you.
You are truly kind. I find it quite suspicious that he would offer money to a mere high school student like myself. I'm grateful for his offer, but I'm unsure of what to do. You should meet up with him.
Indeed.
Indeed. I must cling on to any semblance of hope I can find in this world. Very well, I will call him. As he's willing to meet with me this very instant, I'd appreciate it if you could join me back. Your presence could help ease my societal discomfort as well as diffuse the temptation of money. Just hire me as your agent and I get a cut. Furthermore, that's kind of what he actually is though, right? He's like partway between sponsor and agent, right? Your composure will allow you to tell if he is surely attempting to scam me.
Let us be off.
Kawanabe San is waiting for us at the sushi bar. I already told him you will be coming, so let us go. Come, I've ordered your portion as well. Please, eat freely.
No.
Before that, there's something I would like to ask. Just who are you? An interesting question. My work involves gallery management, but my hobbies are diverse. The foundation is but one of those hobbies. Broadly speaking, we're responsible for scouting and nurturing talented youth involved in the art world. We offer free scholarships, mediate study abroad programs, and we also connect young artists to customers. At a time, even Madarame participated in our organization. Sensei, I mean Madarame. Indeed, a good many benefited from his time working with us. We were aware of the dark rumors about him, but we could never have seen his confession coming. I suppose it's likely he was deceiving us that whole time. Madarame, to think I once relied on his teaching, called him my mentor. This is all because of him. It is his fault I can no longer view paintings with a pure heart. In the past, simply the desire to paint led me to seek beauty. But now, I find myself constantly weighed down by the search for awards and the praise of others. Negligent attachment has fashioned itself upon my work. I can no longer paint how I used to.
How could this
My
be?
art is tainted. I understand that every person is different and every artist is different, right? Where but to me, while the act of actually creating the stuff is part of the fun, but I've mentioned before, I have whole folders full of little music ideas I've made and little snippets of songs and stuff, and some even full that I never mixed or mastered, but that I do just for me and just for the process of working and creating and then get rid of, right? But like, that's because I'm a coward, right? Like, it's taken a lot of effort for me to get to the point where I'll put out this stuff onto YouTube and be able to deal with the fact that like a majority of these videos are double-digit views, and when I first started, it was single-digit views, right? And like, to be accepting of that, and the fact that like most of these videos don't get comments, and that's fine, right? But it's taken a while for me to build that up, just for me doing a let's play, commentating over stuff and talking about these things, which I think is even less personal than like, you know, the music and art I've created. I've put out 2 minor EPs under the Mac the Void name, you know, on Spotify or whatever. They're not good. I don't recommend listening to them. But like, it's been legitimately devastating for me, the fact that like, you know, they're not, I'm trying to think of how to phrase it without like guilting people into listening, or like, you know, but like, public reception of art you put out, like because it's this, for me, like it's like this grueling thing of like, outside of just like the initial momentum of the act of creation, right? Which is what like let's plays are great for that, and like playing with like friends and doing this kind of content is great for like that spark of creation. Same with like, you know, not to say like improv, like improv though is like a great example too of like where it's like different than a play, and like there's still skill sets that you develop and still things you work on to do, but what those feed off of is the initial act of creation, right? But there is something different to a thing that like after that initial momentum that comes from the act of creation slows down, and you have to keep polishing a thing and then put it out. Like, it feels, I remember getting in this may be too graphic of a story, and so like I apologize, but I remember getting like a nail infection and like having my nail fall off and like having pus come out of my finger, and like just I remember how painful that was. Or like, maybe a better example is like, I've mentioned that I have like crooked teeth, and like the way I bite into my cheeks and then create like the you know, scabs, the sores in my mouth, right? Because I can't eat properly because I have crooked teeth. It's also because I can't eat properly because I am ravenous and don't chew my food properly. That's really the actual issue. But like, that creating things feels like eating with a sore in your mouth, where it's extremely painful and you don't want to do it, but it's like something you have to continue to do to sustain yourself as a person, you know? And I don't know if that's true for everybody. And you're like shaving off these little bits of yourself to present to people and be like, hey, here's this piece of me here. And I don't think it's like that wild of a thing to say, like, and I want people to appreciate that. I want people to enjoy that. Like fundamentally, like a big part of, again, while streaming and let's playing, even outside of the like momentum, like the inertia of creation, right, helps me go and do these things. Even outside of that, like a big part for me is like it gives me the feedback in a more direct way. It allows for more direct interaction. It allows for the part of me that like wants to perform, wants people to see me. I've been very open, especially if you're in any of my streams. I'm always very open about like, I don't do this just for the act of doing it, right? Otherwise, I just play these games quietly. I do it for people to see, to interact with, to you know, not necessarily appreciate, but to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I enjoyed this, and like I thought this about you, and I thought, you know, like to have that recognition. I get, maybe recognition is not the right word, but like, you know, not to draw to a pop song, but you know, Lady Gaga's applause. I do it for the applause, right? Yeah, of course. And I don't think that's a wild thing for any artist to want for the stuff that they create, right? And I know there's people who are like, you do it for the art of it, but like, if you're doing it for the pure art of it, why'd you show it to anyone else? Why are you putting it out there in the first place? If you're doing it for the pure art of it, draw your painting and burn it. Right? Like, what does it matter then? And I think part of that is because like art is part of, there's not a solo thing that leads to art. Like it is like all of your influences and come together to influence you, that you put out there to influence other people. And like, it's hard, that human connection. It's right. And like, I think that part of art is the appreciation of it as well, right? Like I'm someone who thinks that like, you know, video essays and you know, discussions about art are also partaking in that art and a part of art and art itself, right? And I know this is getting into like the talk of, well, what is art then, and abstract, and that's all bullshit. Like fucking, you know, anything can be art, but I do believe like reviews can be art, you know? And so part of any art you create is the connection to other people that experience that art. And I don't think it's wild to want that recognition, to want that. And maybe that's just because I come from a place of really wanting that, right? Like that's a core part of me as a person, is really needing that. And so maybe I just don't get it from this point of view, because like ever since I like first picked up a guitar or eventually picked up violin, since a kid just dancing around to music, you know, that's always been part of it for me, right? Like I remember being God, how old was I? I must have been like, was it before my brother was born? Like 4 or 5? Or was it, and I remember continuing this after he was born. I'm trying to remember how early it started though, where I used to write like parody skits of Barney, where I actually like wrote what they were and had acted it out in front of people for like Christmas, in front of family for like Christmas, right? And like eventually like I got more social anxiety of doing that in front of small groups, builds up my social anxiety. And like, you know, in larger groups or whatever performances, I actually, it doesn't bother me anymore, but small groups, it actually bothers me to perform anything. But like, you know, at the time it didn't. And writing those, and like since that young, it's always been a part of me, you know? So like, I guess I just can't relate to someone who just did it and then let people do whatever they wanted with your art, you know? Like, oh, I drew it, so I'm done with it. If you want to put it up, if you want to take it, then go ahead. Like, I can't picture that, I guess. Our foundation would gladly support you. Not only a former student of the infamous Madarame, but someone with those looks. There's definitely a market for you. We'll sell you as the tragic, handsome artist. I don't know if that's a great name necessarily. I also don't think this is the response he wants to hear, but...
Huh?
Tragic? What do you mean? Exactly as it sounds. Having your ideas stolen by Madarame, losing a place to live, hungry for food, that unstable air about you makes for the perfect tragedy. A story like yours will sell even to those who don't understand art. A story? If you don't have one in the modern climate, nobody will even mention your name. Don't worry, we'll handle the details, but in return, you must sell your work through my gallery. We will take a mediation fee, but you'll be granted steady revenue and a nice customer base as well. Do not mock me.
How foolish.
Tragedy, looks, story. Those all have nothing to do with art. I mean, no, fun. Okay, I get what you mean, right? But like a large part of, at least from my understanding, again, I've never been one for like just visual, like painting type art. Like the visual arts I enjoy are like movies and games and stuff like that. Like I've never been one for like painting. So like, you know, this speaks from a place of ignorance. So please correct me if you know more about this topic. Like I would love to learn. But from my understanding, a large part of like art appreciation and the way that like that's presented in classes like is learning art history and learning the stories behind these artists that influenced them to create the art that they did, and having that understanding deepens an appreciation for the art. And so like that is fundamentally what it is. And maybe I just think this way where I'm kind of fine with it, because I think more fundamentally I'm more of a storyteller than I am you know, and enjoy stories more than I enjoy like art where it's like, oh, look at this and just feel it, you know? I guess music applies to me more, but even when I listen to music, I feel like I somewhat apply a story to it. And like, I don't know, I think fundamentally, like, you know, my dad kind of raised me on like stand-up comedy, and like the stand-up comedy I most gravitated to was the Mike Birbiglia type of stand-up comedy, where it's like these storytellers that are telling a thing in a humorous way, but they're still telling the story that ends up having like, you know, catharsis at the end of it, right? I think one of the greatest stand-up specials that is like a true piece of art is Mike Birbiglia's My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, and please go check that out. Like it is brilliant. And so like, again, so maybe I come from it with a standpoint of like, well, the story is what gives context to a visual piece of art where you can appreciate it deeper. But like, I come from it from a standpoint of like, I'm not, you know, my mom's always been more of the like painting type where she like draw and paint, and she has some great paintings. Like she's really actually good at it. So like, you know, that's more her forte than mine. So and maybe that's just like where my disconnect with it is personally, right? Like, you know, I love visual art, but like, again, in the form of like manga and you know, web comics and stuff, where like I can appreciate how beautiful a thing looks and appreciate it just purely visually that way. But it adds so much more depth for me if there's a story attached to it that I'm resonating with, that is then attached to the art, you know? So, in the end, this is only about money, that which taints pure beauty. Oh, immature. Excuse me? Seems you haven't learned anything after all. You're not looking at reality objectively. Is wealth really that horrible? Beyond that, how long will you continue to chase those illusions of yours, purity, art?
I decline.
Shut your mouth. I reject your offer. You of all people would have the resolve to use art to make a living. I have that resolve. However, I also believe such a life should only come via proper assessment. In that case, I have an opportunity for you. My foundation will soon be holding a competition for young artists from around the nation. The prize will be our support. We'll bring customers from around Japan to see the next great talent. There'll be a great deal of pressure on you should you enter, or perhaps are you too afraid?
What did you say?
I wonder if you would have what it takes to withstand a skill-based assessment of that magnitude. Look forward to finding out. Now then, it seems there's no use for any further discussion. You can have them send the bill to my office.
You are unforgivable.
Avarice bastard. Why is it that all artists talk about is money, money, money? Has the true meaning of art been lost? Because you need to survive. It's not immoral to make money off of the art you create. Money is important.
How foolish.
Important. It is worthless. All money should disappear from the face of this world. But like, in an ideal society, people could pursue whatever they wanted and not have to work about, like in a utopian, like purely like at the very topmost fictional version of the world. People could pursue whatever they wanted and not have to worry about the food that they received and the clothes off their backs, and could pursue, you know, any pursuits. But that's not how it is. And while like you can try to push that to be how it is, but you can only do that once you actually have like influence and power over the sphere that you're in the first place, right? And so like you need food, you need a place to live, you know, and yeah, so only serves to destroy beauty. Those with artistic sensibilities would never worship that filth. Yeah, but you don't need to worship it. I agree that you shouldn't worship it and like drop everything in the pursuit of money. I think there's a level at which once you are able to sustain yourself, that should be good enough. And like if you can sustain yourself while also actually pursuing your art properly, that's the sweet spot, you know? And sometimes that leads to doubling down on that kind of thing anyways, of like being able to just purely pursue your art might still bring you wealth as long as you're smart about it. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other, right? Like if it comes to sacrificing one for the other, I understand that, but like that's not even what this guy is saying, right? Like the guy's like, paint what you want, we're gonna present it, we're just gonna attach this story to it so it sells. That's not compromising your art in any way. It's not like saying, oh, you can only do this because we want you to project this image, right? Like I don't know. However, I would starve to death without money. Passion alone could not fill my heart. It may fill my heart, but it cannot fill my stomach. What a troubling predicament. Anyhow, I'm quite glad that you chose to accompany me here. I may have bit my tongue off in anger had it been only me. In other words, you're a soothing force in my life. I've definitely talked way too long in this one.
All right. Okay.
I will partake in Kawanabe's exhibition. I'm going to display my ability and prove him wrong. Come, let us go home. Really, we should eat first. The sushi has done nothing wrong after all.
Let us return home.
So you're not opposed to dining on his dime, huh?
Hey.
Something should have happened by now. Congratulations on getting through the exams. Congrats. Agreed. Yep. Bye. Alrighty. Oh yeah, or I can risk it for the biscuit. Go fishing.
Hey. Yep.
Make sure you close up.
Hi.
Oh. Okay, come on. Come on.
Yes!
God damn it, you piece of shit. Tiny small fry. Alright, well it was the winner's tag or whatever, so I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Alright, so interesting enough, because I was just testing it. It looks like even it has to be in the red to even pull it closer to you. So the entire point of the miracle rod is just that you can fuck up more, which isn't saying much, you know, like, I don't know. I thought maybe it meant like you could potentially, for some of these lesser fish, actually just keep spamming and it'll still work on getting them closer, pulling them closer, you know? Jerk. All right, that one was definitely on me, actually. There we go.
Yes!
All right, big fish, come on out. That one was my bad, for sure. There we go.
Oh!
All right. This is my last chance, and I don't see it. Son of a bitch. I spent so many days fishing, and that motherfucker won't even show up to let me fail at catching him. What an asshole. I'm so angry. I've ruined this playthrough for so many people. I bet you there's people out there who are like, why the fuck's he fishing all the time at the end of the game? Like, I should be working on Oya since that's the only one that I can do in this reality, or like I'm not doing in the other reality. And that's true, but I thought maybe I'd catch the fish to make up for it, but I didn't. But I didn't catch the fish.
All right.
Okay, what prizes do you have? There, and now we can end it with 0.
Hi!
Thank you for waiting. Here you go. All right, I'll see you later. Something's not right. I don't care what you have to say. Not interested. I know I said that last time, but I'm really not. Your cell phone rang. Good morning. This is Elizabeth. I am calling to inform you that another human has strayed into Tartarus. One this time, I believe. Please don't delay in carrying out your rescue. Goodbye now. The call ended. It's chilly today. I had good old Leom Ladonai. Miss Oishi left early, so I'll be teaching today in her place. I think today we'll learn about near-death experiences. There's no real reason for it. They've just been on my mind. A near-death experience is defined as something an individual experienced just before death. Is it true insight into the afterlife or simply a trick of the brain? Opinions vary, but it is true that the near-death experiences have been a hotly debated topic for some time. There are a few surviving records of ancient near-death experiences. According to the writings of Plato, a resuscitated soldier experienced the afterlife as a spirit. A similar incident was reported in Japan by the ethnologist Kuno Yanagita in the Tono Monogatari. Psychologist Carl Jung wrote that in his own near-death experience, he saw a vision from Earth from afar. I'm sure you've heard your own stories and from famous or infamous individuals. I have a few first-hand reports with me today. Let me read you some of them. It looked as though my spirit was detached from my body. I met a friend who had already passed away. I saw my whole life flashing before my eyes. I saw the most brilliant light. I was bathed in light. I experienced complete and total happiness. This is called euphoria. These kinds of reports are typical. Some have attempted to make direct recordings of near-death experiences. Researcher Kenneth Ring has tried to quantify near-death experiences with a weighted core experience index. Modern efforts have led to a new theory of near-death experiences, which goes like so. If an individual who is dying denies that fact, he eventually realizes that death is a reality that he must accept and becomes angry. As a result, he'll try to do anything he can to extend his life. But the futility of this leads to depression. In the end, he accepts his fate. Although he may initially deny death, we'll accept it in the end. We'll accept it in the end. Although we may initially deny death, we'll accept it in the end. That's just how humans are. So everyone listening, it's not like every day you'll hear a lesson like this. Here's a little test to prove you're listening. Get it wrong, the memories of your life at school will disappear. Atha Gabor Leon Lai Adonai. Who should I pick? Alright, Mac, I asked thee. What is the feeling of happiness in a near-death experience called? Yugoslavia. Good work, that is correct. You'll have a happy school life. Some people have a near-death experience that awakens with higher consciousness. Whether or not that's true, there's an observably lower fear of death than those who have been through one. Perhaps this is because near-death experiences are surprisingly free of pain and suffering. This is not to say I'd want any of you to seek one out. Use the time you have here wisely, okay? That's all for today. Class is dismissed. It's only time for lunch. What a coincidence. Well, if you're here, I'd like to see if you're free after school. I don't know yet. I see. Well, I'd like for you to come visit me somewhere. That is, if you're available. Just let me know. Perfect timing. I was wondering if you were free today. I have plans already. That's unfortunate. I wanted to introduce you to a wonderful menu. Well, if you change your mind, meet me at the usual place. I have to go now. Lunch awaits! Nozomi wanted to introduce you to gourmet food. Maybe after school you should look for him at Polonia Mall. Not doing that. God damn it, Yukari! Alright, I guess I'll hang out with Mitsuru today. Wait, I saw your exam results. Thank you. King card set. Are you leaving now? Yeah. Okay then. It's rare that I have any free time. Iwatodai Shutmal Takoyaki stand Octopia. Interesting. So takoyaki doesn't consist of an entire octopus, only a small portion. Well, it makes sense. An entire octopus would be too much food for one person. Sometimes I'm amazed at my own ignorance of the world. Oh, I also brought this up earlier. I don't remember what day it was, but like, because I haven't been recording linearly this month, but like, I brought this up that like, this is another thing. We got takoyaki at the fucking festival with her. What does she mean she's just figuring this out now? Like, at the time she didn't figure out that she couldn't pay with card, but like, she's already seen it. She knows what it is. Mitsuru seems dejected. Ask her to treat you. I will have one takoyaki, please. What? Takoyaki isn't sold in individual pieces. So I can buy a dozen at this price? Mitsuru seems amazed at the low price. Mitsuru is enjoying her takoyaki. So it's filled with diced octopus inside. Interesting. It tastes slightly sour. Are there any other ingredients in addition to the octopus? Well, whatever they may be, they taste absolutely delicious. Say très bien. I fucked that up. Mitsuru has discovered how delicious takoyaki tastes. Your relationship with her has grown. Mitsuru's intrigued by you. Your relationship with her has grown. I reminds me of what Akihiko was talking about when we walked past here. Do you think Akihiko has been acting different lately? I don't mean to be rude, it's just that I've known him for such a long time. Perhaps he's just maturing. Does that make you sad? Why would that make me sad? I'm happy he's finally growing up. There's no need to be so suspicious. Mitsuru's forced a smile. When I looked at Akihiko, I'm reminded of so many things about myself. I can't explain why though. Maybe you're anxious? Anxiety? Maybe so. Mitsuru's expression turned dark. As I feel pressed for time because I'm the only one of us who isn't growing. Let's just forget about this. Oh, interesting. Like, I don't think that's what she said last time as to why she felt that way. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry for subjecting you to my incoherent ramblings. Please forget what I just said. Kiraron. Huh? What do you mean? The takoyaki was absolutely delicious. We should eat here again sometime. Say goodbye to Mitsuru and decided to return to the dorm.
Sup, dude?
Sup, dude? Your cell phone rang. Good morning. This is Theodore. There's a human, one of them I think, wandering around Tartarus. Please, carry out a search and rescue. Goodbye now. The call ended. It's chilly today. Euphoria. Plenty of time for lunch. Yo, kind of feels weird running into you in the hall like this. Oh, hey, you free today? Want to go somewhere? Only if you're not busy. Lates. Seems Junpei doesn't have much to do after school. Hello, Void. You seem to be doing well. Do you have any plans after school today? I'd like to talk to you. I'm not sure. I see. Well, would you mind keeping me company? No, I'm gonna hang out with Junpei. Oh, it's you, Mac. Oh yeah, are you busy after school? I can't say yet. Is that so? Well, if you have time, let's hang out. God damn it. Oh my god. The one time Junpei's actually fucking available. Akihiko's also available. This is bullshit. And Yukari? Why? Why are you all like this? Why are you all like this? I bet you anything Fuka's also available today. They were just like, oh, today's gonna be the day where all the season members are available. Fuck anybody. Okay, maybe not, because she would be there if she was available or not, but like that's fucking ridiculous. Give me my reward. I'm gonna go hang out with Junpei. Okay, so I would have gotten Meteor Eye and... Junpei. What the fuck are you? Do I have yours? Decline the offer. She seems a bit sad. Don't be sad. I'm gonna be coming right back. Junpei, magician. Okay, I need to fuse a magician. Send someone. Yeah, I don't care right now. That's not what I'm focused on. Triangle spread? With the hermit. Will any of these give me a magician? No. I'm finished with the hanged. Any of these give me a magician? Need. Kind of need. I think I'm done with strength, magician. With the 2 I actually do need. Okay, good, good. Well, I'm not really. Do I really need that? All right, let's try normal spread and see if I can't get what I need from this. And magician with the hanged, which I don't need. How about that? Yeah, yes, no, this is fine. Yeah. Heart, my friend. Da, 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 da. Come on, baby. Hey, you on your way home? Seems Junpei wants to walk home with you. Yes, I will love. Oh, really? Then let's stop by somewhere. Junpei seems happy. We went to the strip mall, Agakure ramen. You and Junpei chatted all about all sorts of things over your food. If we keep eating ramen all the time, we might end up with some extra flab. You'd better start being careful, you know? You might be fine now, but you don't want to be in a tub in 10 years. You don't want to be a tub in 10 years, you know? Yeah, I mean... Part of me is like, why does this have to be a gender conversation? Part of me is like, I remember having a very active metabolism and being skinny and actually also in addition to that, you know, being involved in sports and stuff. And oops. Look who's talking. Yeah, I know I'm screwed. I don't exercise like Akihiko-senpai, or like Akihiko-san after all. Junpei laughs merrily. Just accepting that he's screwed is so funny, actually. Still, man, you ever wonder what we'll be doing in 10 years? I don't really want to think about it. Junpei seems to stare off into the distance. You'll be a great man. You really think so? Hearing from you definitely makes my day. Junpei seems extremely happy. I really do think so. I brought this up a lot, but I actually really like Junpei. Because like he's very teenage boy, especially media teenage boy. Like I didn't know teenagers like him or young adults like him personally, but I hear that that's what they a lot were like. I didn't make like a lot of friends. I just told the story in one of the days preceding this of like, oh, you know, I had the chance to sleep over with some friends and you know, was stood up like pretty hardcore, right? And so like I didn't really make I didn't have a lot of friends, and even when I tried to, you know, like it was like that, and I wasn't like super close to a lot of those people. So like when people say that, I always don't know like oh, that's just boys being teenagers or whatever. Like I don't know if that's necessarily true because I didn't experience that. But very media teenage boy code. The things that and so I think that a lot of the negativity about him stems from that. That said, like I brought it up before and I'll keep bringing it up. I really do think that like he's a great character both in his growth, but also like from the get-go he understands other people's like emotional well-being. It's like he's actually surprisingly empathetic, and like that's part of his problem is like he then doesn't know what to do with that. Like he's really good at like reading other people's like emotional points and like why they are feeling the way they are, like surprisingly insightful about all of that. He just doesn't or didn't have the skill set to like diffuse any situations like that, or like he thought like the proper way is to make these jokes and be crass and be, you know, this class clown. That does to be clear, does semi work. Like we see it better in Reload, but like Yukari and Futaba, when they say some of the stuff, they're playing along with the joke 9 times out of 10, right? And like there's a few cases where they're not, or he goes too far, and it's an issue. But like, you know, now obviously as adults, and we're looking at some of these jokes that he's making and them playing along with, you're like, that's a little really. But you know, I'll make jokes, some you know, sexually coded jokes to some, you know, friends I have that are women that you know, but that's because that's the relationship we have. And so like, you know, I think what he does wrong is tries to get to that relationship too quickly with some of these people. But like, he's actually really insightful, and like if he develops that skill of being insightful about other people's emotional states and helping them with their emotional states and you know, doing that, like I really do think that like if his skill set, like, because he clearly wants to help people too, right? I think is another part of it, is that like he does want to be a hero, and he wants that applause, and he wants that, like, you know, recognition. But like I do genuinely believe that he just actually wants to help people too, just purely to help them, you know, like or at least as part of that is just like wanting to be helpful and wanting people to be happy and the people around him to be happy. He just doesn't have the skill set to do that. And so like as he and that, I don't think that's a skill set we should expect from a 15, 16-year-old boy, right? Especially like a 15, 16-year-old boy that we know came from like a complicated household, right? So like if he develops that side of himself, I think like legitimately he could be a great guy, you know? Especially like working with like if I had to guess what he's going to be doing, I'd actually guess that like based off of Reload that he'd like work with kids on something. I don't know what or how, right? Just predicting his future, but like, you know, he's emotionally insightful, wants to help people, and like he had a soft spot for Ken, where like even though like Ken ended up looking up to Akihiko, like Junpei was kind of okay with that as long as he was helping Ken have a good time and be all right as a kid. And I think he like, you know, I could definitely see that from him, right? If he chilled out, maybe he could be a therapist, but I don't think he has that in him. I think that like, you know, he would make like a surprisingly good teacher, you know, or like a coach or something, right? Like he played baseball, maybe a baseball coach, but like, yeah, I think that those are like great things about him that I think has been in his character the whole time. Similar to like how I talked about Ryuji, and I won't do any spoilers, Ryuji from Persona 5, but like, you know, he's in a very similar role as Junpei in Persona 5, right? Very different type of character, but like a lot of the group calls him stupid as well and stuff, but like he's actually surprisingly, like I shouldn't even say surprisingly, he's like consistently very smart, just very hot-headed, and lets that get in the way. And like I think that's like built into their characters of this side of themselves, that like with these roadblocks that block them from these roadblocks that block them. Great linguistic skills there. But like there's these roadblocks that they have that they need to be able to get past to like really mature, right? And like I think that like Junpei kind of does throughout his story arc. So yeah, I absolutely see him as like someone who's going to be a great man in the future. That said, spin-offs and stuff, I don't know about these spin-offs, but like spin-offs in general have a problem with like flanderizing characters and making them like the most boiled down trait that they were in the original game. And so I don't know if the spin-offs that take place in the future, right? I've seen trailers. I know he's in Arena. I don't know if they'll allow that growth in a weird way because it's a spin-off and like they don't have the time to delve into characters, so they just kind of rely on the traits that he had here. Like, I'm wondering if they're gonna allow for these characters to have grown from the point that they are now, or even hell, be at the point they're at now rather than at their most like, what do people remember them as throughout the story, and have him just be like this dipshit crass person, you know? I hope not. That'd be really disappointing for me. Lately, when I do stuff like watch TV or read manga, I can't concentrate. Junpei fiddles with the chopstick. It's like, I don't know. Keep thinking, is this how I should be? I wonder if there's anything only I can do. Junpei mutters as if to himself. Your persona abilities, but then that'll be me. Your terrible jokes. I don't want to be demeaning to him right now. Right? Probably not feels super rude in this situation. Round-nosing abilities. I wish I could answer this honestly, because yes, I really do think so. Then again, nobody is wholly unique. There's nothing you can do that only you can do. There's multiple things that when stacked together, only you can do. You know? Yeah, I thought of that too. Well, I got mixed feelings about that. Yeah, I bet. With Chidori dying and your persona being like carrying a flame for her, but we're also trying to get rid of our personas. In addition to that, like, we're gonna like lose the thing that makes you unique via that is our goal. Like, there's a whole lot here, man. Junpei shrugs. Yeah, I didn't think that's the right answer, but I don't know what the right answer was there. When I think about Chidori, I keep thinking that I can't even waste a day of my life. I don't know what to do. Okay, so this had to have been post Chidori. I guess I know I have to keep looking forward, but I guess I'm filled with anxiety. Do you have anything like that? Like, do you ever think about what you can do? Of course. I see. I mean, it doesn't seem like that at all. I guess that's another thing that's amazing about you. He says that Junpei has been open with you about his troubles, which is very sweet. And I wish we could have this type of thing with him in Reload. That said, I like what we have with him in Reload as well. Especially since it doesn't feel like we're like totally friends, but like he definitely has my back at this point. And like, I do like that they keep this separate and as just a friendship. As far as I'm aware, God, now that this is post Chidori, who knows how this will turn out, actually. Guess I'll find out. But, like, I really hope it's just a friendship. Like, forced to just be a friendship, I should say. Because, like, I really like... First of all, like... part of what I love about, like, God of War Ragnarok, not to get into spoilers about that, but is that, like, there's multiple examples of men and women who are purely platonic friends and care deeply about each other. And you know, I love that shit, man. I guess talking about serious stuff once in a while isn't so bad. Oh, yep. You and Junpei return to the dorm,
Hello.
I think is what it was saying. Fuck off. Hey, Koromaru. Fuke can go with me? Okay, fine. Koro-chan's as happy as ever, even though it's so cold. Hey, Mac-chan,
Do you have any plans for Christmas yet? Maybe a shrine isn't the best place to talk about this, though. If you and Yukari are free, thought maybe we could celebrate together. Oh, I mean, this isn't set in stone or anything, okay? I haven't asked Yukari-chan yet, and you might have someone else you'd rather be with.
My boyfriend's in a coma. Did you forget?
Welcome back, Koro-chan. Do you want a bath again today? I'll clean you right up. Oh, do you want to join too, Mac-chan?
He decided to go back to the dorm with Boromaru.